Welcome back to episode 19 in the Youthful Revolution series featuring Immortal DC. Our fourth season is coming to an end soon and we need to take a look at the top 3 most important matches since the last episode. And we will be starting today at home against Kovilhar in a 1-1 draw. First goal to us after 84 minutes, Robalo is taking it from them and Jørgensen is in and he scores. Unfortunately, just 1 minute later in the 85th minute, they do get a chance here and they do score on it as well. Very disappointing. So this is one of a couple very both disappointing but also quite frustrating results we had in the remainder of the season here. And this one was actually significant because it was at home against Kovilhar, who is 4th in the group. So it was a very, very important match to actually win, and we didn't manage to do it even with 1.74 XG, and even that is not one of the most frustrating ones. Next one is against Villaverdense away from home, where they win it 2-0. They got their first goal after 29 minutes, and to be honest, it was probably the deserved. They played better in the first half for sure. Very late in the game, we unfortunately do have a red card, and it is a straight red card. Now this is absolutely stupidity at its finest. 1 minute on the field and Gonçalves is doing this. And very late they do also get a penalty. Murphy's Law in full swing in this one. Absolutely everything that could go wrong did go wrong in this one, and unfortunately that red card was also just, that was just coming in 1 minute and then just do that from Gonçalves. I'm not too surprised. He got that kind of thing in his game. So yeah, that was a terrible game for us. And here's the thing, Villaverdense, that's the guys we played in the last episode where we did win it. Did we win 1 or 2-0? I don't remember. But yeah, we did win that first game against them. But Villaverdense is right now 3rd in the group, so they are a good team. So don't get it wrong here, don't get it wrong. This was not a terrible match for us overall. I mean, we did okay against a very good team away from home. But still, not getting any result here is not great. Last but not least, at least to me, the most important game of all of them that I have played is this one. A 2-0 victory over whatever that name is. Felgueiras, I think it is maybe. 23 minutes in, Will Haag is finding some space and he is cutting it back for Marquez, who is taking a shot but get deflected. Luan is finding the net on the other hand. Later in first half, Otavio Enrique is crossing again for Marquez, who is getting a header in. So why is something that looks like a pretty standard 2-0 against this team a good victory? Well, it's because these guys, Felgueiras or Felgueiras or whatever their name is, I can't pronounce it. They are top of the group. They are number 1 and they have they already won it in the last game. So winning against them at home and how we did it was both a very good performance and also incredibly important for 3 points in terms of us maybe having a chance to get promoted as well. So here is the full schedule. I have played 10 games where 4 of them was wins. We got 3 draws and also 3 losses. Overall, I would say that's pretty acceptable. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the overall points total here. But there was a couple of really frustrating games in there for sure. We had a pretty poor form after the 2 wins we had in the last episode. We had some pretty poor form here, and I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. We are not gonna go up. But all of a sudden, we turned it around and got 3 wins here near the end. These guys that are currently number 1 in the league, and also Pero Pinheiro, we actually got a really late goal here. 91 minutes in, we got that goal. So that was a that wasn't a very important goal, and I should probably have included that in the top 3, but yeah, I didn't. So we got 2 games left, Porto B and Kovilhar. So I say we do have 2 games left, but it could be more than 2 games. It really depends on what happens here. So as we can see, Felgueiras, or whatever their name is promoted. They have 27 points. We can't really beat them to it. So that is done and dusted, right? 2nd place is up for grabs. 3rd place probably a 2. There is quite a few teams that can get 2nd place. 3rd place is probably between us, Villaverdense, and also Kovilhar. And the good thing is we actually need to play Kovilhar, but that could also be a bad thing, of course. But I think in our case, it's probably a good thing that we need to play them. And also Tiranse could still sneak into the 3rd spot as well. So there is still a lot to play for here, but I mean, with how our form was and how it has been, I am very happy with where we are with 21 points after 12 games here. It was some tough games in there for sure, and getting that home game against these guys, that was massive. That was absolutely massive. So a couple of small updates from around the club before we're getting into the 2 games here. In the dynamics, yeah, it is still looking fairly poor in the team cohesion, but it's probably the best it have been the entire season now. And I think it's just coming down to the hierarchy not being that great yet. Jürgensen is moving up, and I hope next season Hopfer is also coming up here. Luan is not going to be here, and Arnau is not going to be here because they are loan deals. At least it's very unlikely. But seeing some of the youngsters getting up here hopefully next season would be great, because that would maybe get the cohesion a little bit higher. But overall, it's been good. I mean, the club atmosphere is good. The managerial support is pretty much just excellent all the time. So yeah, it's been pretty good. And also in terms of their happiness, there haven't been too many concerns. There is a couple with training here and there, and I'm trying to deal with them when I see them. But yeah, I can't deal with all of them, because some of them just want different things. It's like you can't make everyone happy basically with the way we are training right now. But overall, it's been really, really good. The morale is fairly high in the club. So yeah, it's been a very good season right now, at least. Let's see after the next 2 games how I'm talking about it. But yeah, right now it seems pretty good for the players. Another important thing is the injuries. They have been fairly good in the second part of the season. Well, yeah, in the first part it wasn't really that good, but in the second part here it's really, really solid. And right now we basically don't have anything. We only have a couple of minors for some of the youngsters and stuff, but no problems injury-wise for any of the important players for the last 2 games. So that is, of course, incredible for us. We also had our youth intake, and unfortunately, it's already now 1.5 months ago, so the inbox is gone, so we only have this screen. Now, as you can probably already tell, the intake was not incredible. We didn't even have a single elite player, not a single one, only top talents, which is the next one, kind of in sorting. So I have only signed 4 players. Only 4 players have been signed. That is, I would say that's fairly disappointing. And the first one is this guy, Antonio Moraes, or Morayas, I'm not too sure, but he's just a regular central defender, decent jumping reach, good tackling. He could become something, we'll see. He's on a 1-year contract, I think it is. No, actually 2-year contract. So yeah, we'll see how he develops. This guy, a Miguel, yes, a 16-year-old. Yeah, he's one of the older ones, but he do have a really good flair. He's a fairly good player. I think this guy is actually quite good. If you think about it, right? This is a top talent. To me, he looks like an elite player. So I think they might have it wrong here, because he looks fairly good. He's also fairly determined. He got the right personality, decent acceleration, decent pace. He got decent crossing for the age. First touch is 12, passing is 12. He got all the numbers you want to see on a winger or an inside forward or something like that you can develop. So this is probably the best of them. Luis Rochate, another central defender. Kind of similar to the other guy, fairly good jumping reach, fairly good tackling, but after that, not a lot is going on. I mean, bravery is 18, but still, he's not very quick. He got a lot to work on to get anywhere near a first team. And the last one, which is probably the one with the highest potential, is a fullback, but he do not have any crossing, so there is a lot to work on with this guy. He also doesn't have teamwork, but he do have a couple of interesting numbers, of course. Leadership is 13, determination is 15. Again, another fairly determined personality, and that's always great. They can always develop those guys. So decision making 12 is pretty decent. Bravery 16 is pretty decent. So yeah, it's probably the second best. Also good 2 feet. I mean, both strong and very strong. So yeah, it's probably second best here. I like him. I don't mind him, but he's none of these guys are the talent that I was kind of hoping for in our youth intake. So yeah, like I said, pretty damn poor youth intake this time around. Alrighty, so we are going to play Immortal B at home this time around. They're playing a 4-4-2, and it is always going to be tricky. We did lose against them the last time around. They are pretty good passers, off the ball is pretty good, heading is pretty good, flair is pretty good, agility is good, balance, wow, they are just a good team, aren't they? Dribbling is good, corners are good, oh boy. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Yeah, no, yeah, I would say actually 9 out of 10 of our conceded goals this season is probably set pieces. We don't concede a lot from open play, so that's a bit of a concern. Jumping reads is poor. What? Didn't say up here it was jumping reads good, or was it the heading? Oh, it was heading. So interesting, they have poor jumping reach, but they have good heading. That's an interesting one. 8 out of 9 assists conceded in last 20 matches come from just outside the area, so probably working the ball into the box could be good for us, if we can control the match, of course. They also concede a few from assists coming from the through balls, so another thing here to think about. They do play wing play, so we need to be careful about that, but I don't really change too much in my way of defending, almost never actually, so it might not mean a lot actually. In their last away game, it seems like they are very narrow in their formation here when they're playing away from home. Probably an inverted wingback here in Kunha, and probably a wingback here over here going a little bit further up. So it's basically a 3-1-3-3, something like that, but a very narrow formation. Without the ball, they are a little bit more wide. I'm not too sure how to, because that's almost that's basically a back line of 5. But it does seem like they're pretty far up the pitch. There's definitely going to be space behind them. So what I'm thinking is probably not trying... I think work the ball into the box and then also go a little bit more direct, basically, because there will be space behind them. Maybe playing with wingers so we will stand out wider would be good against these guys, because that will pull them apart so we have space in the half spaces for our central midfielders instead of the inside forwards. Alright, so let's make those changes. Next match only. I think we are going attacking actually. At least from the get-go we will go attacking on them, because we do kind of need a result here. But what I'm thinking is probably playing fairly narrow and a little bit more... I don't want to go too often over the top, just sometimes. And I kind of want to see if we can kind of control this. So they were good headers, but really bad jumping reach, or the other way around. So I'm not too sure about the floated crosses. Oh yeah, because we do want to do floated crosses, because I'm gonna play with DePaula in this game. What else? Is there anything else here we want to think about? I don't think so. I think that's probably it. I'll just up to standard here and fairly narrow instead of too narrow, because of the way they're defending. Yeah, and what I also want to do is probably, instead of using inside forwards, setting narrow, I still want to probably use inside forwards. I just want them to stay wider. Just tell them to stay wider in this match, and that's probably it. I also actually changed it to shoot less often on both the inside forwards and the central midfielders a couple of games ago. And that is where we started winning games, where I did that. So, yeah, well, actually this guy, Goto here, he's pretty good at shooting, so I don't mind him shooting. So he is personalized as you are allowed to shoot from, where is it, long shots 12. His finishing is not good, but his composure is 11, so he should be a pretty good long shot. I haven't actually seen him score anything, have I? No, he hasn't scored a single one, so maybe he's not that great anyway. So yeah, I think that is the change. Is there anything else that we want to change? I don't think so. And this is gonna be the team going out there. Roberto, Hopfer, Anu, Rice, Velhak, Pinto, Goto, Enrique, Luan, Imbalo, and DePaulo. Almost strongest 11 with what I would call strongest 11 at a current moment in time. Probably the only one that we don't have with us that would have been an increase would be... what's his name over here? Where is he? I am very confused, because he's not in here. Oh, Matheus, right? Matheus. No, it's not Matheus. Where is our loan deal? Is he gone? Is he not at the club anymore? What is going on? Did I filter him out or something? Unavailable. He's probably unavailable, that's probably why. Marquez, yeah, Marquez is not in here. Why is he not in here? I believe he had too many yellows or something like that. Yeah, too many yellows. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the reason. So Imbalo is gonna get this game, unfortunately. Imbalo hasn't been that great, but he's gonna play this one. 6.86 in the last 5. Not terrible, I suppose. But yeah, that is the team, so let's go out there and win. At home, this is an important... It's incredibly important to win this one to get promoted. The regularly 20-minute pause, and things are looking quite good actually. We are dominating them. We got all the possession. We have a half chance. We hit the woodwork. 4 chances. 4 highlights as well, I think. No highlights for them. Haven't had anything, so things are looking good. Half time, unfortunately, no goals. Well, that's not true. We actually had a goal that was offside, so yeah. We are at what XG now, or almost 1 XG, 5 on target. I mean, there's not a whole lot more we can do here tactically. I mean, they didn't have anything, so yeah, onwards into the second half, I suppose. 62 minutes in, and yeah, still no goals. Actually, only one highlight, so not a lot is happening. What I'm thinking is probably that we want to get a couple of these yellow cards out, and also we want some players that can actually make a difference when it comes to moving forward. Now, Vilhag and Hopfer is really good when it comes to defensively, and yeah, actually both of them are also okay going forward, but we are probably looking for our other fullbacks here. Regis, oh yeah, I think Regis is coming on here. I haven't played him a whole lot. Hopfer and Balinha. Balinha is definitely way more of a winger than he is a fullback, so that is probably the two subs we're gonna make here. I mean, they played, I don't have anything against Hopfer here, it's just also the yellow cards, and just fresh legs on the wingbacks is probably, or fullbacks is probably gonna be pretty decent. Luan and Imbalo not really doing much yet, but they are tactically doing what I want them to do. So again, it's just about finding that goal here. 73 minutes in, we get a throw in. Gatto is crossing it in. The goalkeeper is punching it away. Enrique is there. Paulo with, I don't even know what that is, but it's a half volley or something like that. It's incredible. What an incredible, let's see that again. That was an incredible goal. It's not goal of the season, because there are so many good goals this season, but it was absolutely something fantastic here. Look at that, it actually looked offside to begin with. I was like, oh, that's gonna be offside. Nope, it wasn't. It was just a really, really good team goal. All right, so Imbalo, he's playing okay in this one. That goal was absolutely fantastic, but his legs is absolutely falling apart here. So I think we're taking him out for Chaval. Chaval is probably good, playing more as a winger in this one. Goto on that yellow, I'm worried about it. Let's Gonçalves. Last time I put Gonçalves in like this, he had a red card after 1 minute. It's probably better to put him in than Idir. Idir is more of a winger. What are we? Pinto. Oh. Could we? Do we have another? I mean, maybe we do put Idir in there and then put Enrique back on the defensive midfielder role. So we made all of our 5 subs here. Am I okay with that? Yeah. I'm okay with that. Hopefully I'm okay with that. If I get an injury in 2 minutes time, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be so mad. Full time. And we did manage to win it without any injuries, or, well, actually they barely had a chance, did they? 2 shots. That's it. Huh. 0 on target. They had one highlight here near the end. Surprise, surprise, on a set piece. I was worried for a second there. First highlight for them in the entire match, 94 minutes in, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be like how I'm gonna getting FM'd. But no, not this time. Not this time. We get the 1-0 victory. So I guess the question is, are we already promoted, or if Kovilhar screwed up, we could be promoted? If they lost their game, we could be promoted, and also depending on other things that could happen in some of the other games. But I guess we need to go out and check that out, actually. Oh, wait, we can see it here. Latest scores and tables. We're still second. Oh, 19! Kovilhar, they screwed up. Oh, we are promoted. We are promoted, guys. We got 24 points, 19 for Terranse. They can't catch us. We are promoted. What happened in that game, I wonder? And where are they? Is that? Yeah, they lost to Terranse. They helped us out. Oh, Kovilhar, you screwed up. You messed up. Bottle jobs. Nah, I don't think they're bottle jobs. Wow, so we are back-to-back promotion here. Back-to-back promotion. I'm not sure if that's good for us. I mean, it probably is. Money, in terms of money, and, you know, that's incredible. That's incredible. I did not expect that to happen in the... I didn't expect it to happen when we went into this season. Even when it went pretty well in the start of the season, I did not think we would get there. But second in the league, yeah, that's massive. That's a massive deal. That's incredible. But anyway, we still got one more match to play. Not that it means anything, but we want to win it, of course. We're actually playing against Kovilhar in that one. So yeah, victory round, victory laps, basically. Let's go. The board is already setting the initial budget for next season is 29k and 500 in transfer budget. Holy moly, that's a lot. Do we want to use all of that? I don't know. Our finances is actually not looking too good right now. I'm spending a little bit more than what I probably should have. 240k in the minus, but we do get all the sponsor money and all of that at the end of this, and we probably also get a lot of money out of being number 2 in the league. I don't know how much that is, but we probably will get something, but the projection is definitely going down, so we need to be kind of careful, but also we can probably use a little bit more money next season. We definitely need some better quality as a starting 11. Surprise, surprise, when we're moving up to the second league. So yeah, Immortal board praises unbelievable promotion. Yeah, I think back-to-back here was not really on the table, but we got it anyway. Jürgensen praises Relum following promotion. Yeah, it's because I named it Relum. Have I actually shown you the this tab for a long time? I don't think so. I got a couple of new coach badges. So we are pro license now, Continental Pro license. So we are looking fairly decent. Couple of big teams is coming in for us. Rejecting all of them, of course. We are not going anywhere. We are immortal. We are immortal. So the board is also giving us a couple of new things, of course, when we are getting promoted. Unfortunately, it's not the thing that I wanted. They are giving us one more performance analyst and also a head performance analyst. I don't think, I mean, it's great, but that's probably not what we needed. What we probably needed was a set piece coach and maybe also a, what's his name? No, not performance. Where is it? Recruitment analyst. We don't have a single recruitment analyst, but they're giving us more performance analysts, but hey, it is what it is. Also in the under 19s, nothing changed down there. So a little bit odd that they're giving us that when we already have it already. Well, they do give us a recruitment analyst finally. I don't know how many times I've tried to get it, but it's probably less than 50, but above 20. They are still just denying us a, what is it called, set piece coach. I don't understand why that is. Because it's kind of important, and we are not really doing too well on set pieces this season either. I thought we would do better, but no, we're not. We're not really good on set pieces at all. So thankfully we do get a recruitment analyst, so that's good. Also the junior coaching budget, their budgets, no budget is getting increased. Now the main reason I'm doing this is for the overall kind of scheme. It's a scheme to try and get our under 19th into a league system. I really want our under 19s to be part of a league system. I don't care too much about the B team, but the easiest way to get the under 19th into a league system is playing friendlies. First of all, playing friendlies, important friendlies, also increasing our reputation, and also having really good academies, training facilities, and all of that. And then the last one is this one. The junior coaching budget is also part of that whole thing that is giving you a more likelihood of actually getting invited into an under 19th or under 23 or whatever you are. It depends on the league, of course. But yeah, that is why we're doing it. And also just because it's going to be good for us in terms of longevity. And there is our new recruitment analyst. That was quick. Cheapest one I could find, 250 wages. And that's why I got this guy. Funny enough, he's Danish, and he was the cheapest and the best one that was cheap enough that I could get. So there he is. Alrighty, last game, Kovilhar away from home, and honestly, I don't really care how they are gonna play, so let's just get in there and yeah, do we win, do we lose? I don't care, to be honest. I'm even gonna take some of the players without fitness with me, so Kamara and Osorio on the bench. Also, Barbosa is in there, Rosa is in there. Imbalo, actually, a lot of the players that I wouldn't normally start in right now. Rafus haven't played a whole lot lately. He's gonna be starting in. Regis is gonna get a start. So just rotating quite a bit here, giving some players a chance that normally don't get a chance. Only really Roberto, Reis, Pinto, and also Di Paolo is probably regulars. Maybe Berlinher also, but not after. Well, yeah. Berlinher has played quite a bit, but. Overall, just a rotated squad, and do we care who wins this one? No, not specifically, but it would be nice to just, yeah, get one more win, but it's not important. So let's get in there and see what we can do. Berliner is running down the line, cutting it in for Robaldo, and they are kicking him down. Well, there we are. We are getting a penalty, and yet again, I don't know. And also a yellow card there, so I don't know if we're gonna get a goal here. I didn't watch it. I tend to go back in time when I get this and then start recording. I think that's more fun. So here we are. Who's gonna take it? I think it's Di Paolo. Yeah, it must be Di Paolo. Well, he's taking his time. He's taking his sweet time about it. But okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go. Come on, Di Paolo. One goal after 16. What was that? What was that? Alright, 22 minutes in, paused it. Is there anything we need to say here? Well, it's Di Paolo. I mean, that was probably the worst penalty I've seen in 5 seasons time now. So there is that. But anyway, not really. I mean, we're in control of the possession. We get a couple of opportunities. We got a penalty. Let's just continue. Half time and not a single highlight for them. Not a single one. We had like, I don't know, 6, 7 highlights. Just not really any goals, unfortunately. So, I mean, there's nothing really here to say. It's just continue and see what happens in second half, I suppose. Bit of an interesting situation here. Let's take a look. Di Paolo taking it down, and who is there? Adams, and he is gonna get a red. So this is only gonna be easier from here on out in this game, I suppose. Goodbye, Adams. And only 2 minutes later, Regis is gonna run down into the half space here, and he's gonna cut it in for Di Paolo, who is there to take it. So, yeah, there we go. Well, that red card made the game a lot easier, of course, but, I mean, they didn't do anything anyway so far, so it couldn't get a lot easier anyway. Quick stop here. I think we got a couple of yellows, Rice, Balinhar, I think, yeah, just straight up. Oh, we don't have a... I guess Anu could play out there, actually. Regis could also play out there, if I'm not mistaken. So let's bring in Pinheiro on the other side instead. Rice, yeah, let's bring in Anu, and what I was also thinking is bringing in someone like a youngster here, Osorio or someone like that. I mean, we're controlling the game anyway, so we might as well try. Kamara could also be interesting. He hasn't really played a lot of late, but he also got really good technique and passing range, so that might actually be a really good idea instead of Rosa. Should we make this 4th sub already? I guess so. I guess Imbalo could come out, and we can try this guy Osorio. He's probably not quite an inside forward, but yeah, well, actually, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Why not? Why not? It's the last game. We already are promoted, so let's go. And that only took around 7 minutes for Kamara here when he gets it down the line, and he's gonna get the assist for Di Paolo. And the last sub of the season is gonna be... Oh, Jurgensen is on there. I mean, should it be Jurgensen? He was actually kind of injured before the game, so I'm gonna put Idir in there instead of Robalo. Why not? Let's see if he can make another super sub here. I doubt it. I actually haven't used him all that much after a couple of games we tried him out, but he's been developing quite nicely. He might be more... He might come in next season as well. We'll see about it. But there we go, last sub of the season. There we are, full time, 2-0. We should probably have scored 2 more goals, but that didn't happen. So Di Paolo will play of the match here, 8.1 with those 2 goals. Not too bad, even though he didn't miss that penalty. That is actually, he'll probably be way over 9 if he didn't miss that penalty. So, yeah, I mean, good way to end the season. Overall, I am extremely happy with the last 5 games that we played. I think we won all 5 games near the end here, so that's really good. Actually, let's check up on that. Oh yeah, 5 out of 5 of the last games was wins. That's a very strong way to end this season. Absolutely fantastic. What are we ending on? 27 points. Lovely. 21 only for Villaverdense here, who's getting the playoff spot. I wonder when that is actually being played. Can we see that somewhere? Guess we need to go into the rules and go into the playoff. It is start date 22/5, so the 22nd of May. Couple of days for that, and also it's ending the... That's odd. So it's probably over 2 games. It must be 2 games then. Okay, so it's pretty much 20-something days before it's actually ending. So we won't have the end of review of the season before in 30 days time or something like that. That will take some time to get through. Yeah, I guess because of that, I think we will do the statistics and stuff now, because the review is probably gonna be the next episode. I might yeah, push that to the next episode, because there's gonna be a lot of stuff I want to do in between when that comes in and now. 30 days in is basically 30 days into my transfers and into my planning for the next season. And that's quite a long way away, so let's just do some of the statistics here. Let's take a look at average ratings first. Now the first ones we probably want to look at is the ones with also enough games to make this actually worth looking at. So someone like this. So we got Texerier, well, that's B team actually. Let's make sure we do not take the B team here. So we got Hopfer. Hopfer is in there as one of the top players. De Paula definitely also in there. 7.28. That's really, really strong. Velhag, since he came in the winter period, that is very solid. Roberto, that's really good for a goalkeeper. How many clean sheets did he have? I wonder. I don't know, but I mean, clean sheets, 11 clean sheets. That's fantastic. That's really, really good. Luan on 7.0. I mean, there is a lot of these guys that has been really good. Pinheiro, who was probably more of a squad player, I would say, but he's also up there. Kamara in this last game probably just buffed it up to 7.01. It's kind of interesting. Just came in and got that assist, so that's good. But yeah, Roberto, Velhag, Hopfer, Duan, Jurgensen was okay. Marquez, when he did play, he was injured quite a bit. Yeah, De Paula, that's interesting. What about the bottom? Let's see, do we have anyone down here that have played a lot? Pinto, yeah, that's defensive midfielders. They just don't ever get high average ratings. It doesn't happen. Gonçalves, the midfielders in there. Olivier Enrique is also in there. Okay. Rafus, he was disappointing. I would say Rafus is probably one of the most disappointing players this season. Compared to how much he is on wages, he's 600 wages. He was fairly disappointing as a central defender. But otherwise, I am fairly happy with the team. I think Rafus is probably the only one that is like really disappointing. Maybe Diaz a little bit as well, but yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. Let's take a look at points won per game. So Marquez is up there, Pinheiro is there, Paula is there. Yep, Regis, who hasn't played a lot. Robalo is pretty high up again. He had a long injury, so someone like Pinto here. So he might have a really low rating, but his points per game is up there, right? It's up there. And in the other end of the spectrum, we have someone like Diaz down here on 1.56. So he's not winning a lot of his games. That is kind of disappointing, actually. Also, Palmeirao, who played 5 games this season, he's fairly low. Okay, I actually thought he did quite well in the games he played, but apparently we didn't get the points we needed in them, so that's not great. Barbosa also down here, Chaval is down here, Rivière, who didn't really play, Saulo, he didn't really play a whole lot, but 6 games is still good enough to actually judge it. Velhag only on 1.77, but I only have Velhag since the winter, so it's pretty hard to judge him actually, same with Saulo. So we definitely got less points in the last 12 games or whatever it was in this group stage, the promotion group stage that is. So it's kind of hard to tell. Imbalo definitely should have higher, I think. Oh, then again, Imbalo was also played in the second half more than the first half of the season. So yeah, Jurgensen is also fairly low down actually. Compared to some of these guys up here, he is definitely far down. Funny to see that Rafus actually is up here, right? Rafus is actually up here. He did okay points-wise. So again, low rating, but fairly good here. So he's actually maybe not that disappointing. But let's check out his team conceded. That's 0.90. That's maybe a little bit high. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, he's definitely down the list. So he's not terrible. He's like in the mid section. So maybe I'm a little bit judgy on the Rafus here. Maybe he wasn't as bad as I thought he was. Let's take a look at the top here, because that is what we don't want to see. Diaz again up here. Team goals conceded per 90. Diaz has been awful this season. He hasn't been good. Wasn't a good loan deal. Also a little bit concerning seeing Otavio Enrique up here. Though he do have decent points haul, he is probably conceding a little bit too much, but 1.09 is not terrible. But I would like to see this number below 1, so anyone here is pretty good. Let's take a look at the bottom here. We got Regis, who didn't play a lot. Fabio Marquez on 0.46, but that's mainly in the first part of the season where we really had a good part, or a really good form. Pinheiro is down here, that's good. Rabalo, Camara, Pinto, yeah. So while Pinto looks like he has been absolutely awful, he wasn't. That's the thing about the defensive midfielders, they just don't get the rating, but if you look at the points and also what they don't concede, he's been one of the best players of the season. So it's really strange, isn't it? He's been absolutely one of the best players. He's definitely in top 5 of best players of the season, but it doesn't show in the average ratings, right? That's the thing. I would rate him really high right now. Top 5 of my players. Velhag is here, Hopfer is here, Gonçalves is in here. Even again, pretty low average rating, but he does get a good amount of, or don't concede too many goals. But definitely, I think Pinto is the most interesting to see there on 0.64. Also with the 2.17 points per game. Yeah. But anyway, so who would I say is player of the season? It's actually a hard one this time around. I actually had to sit there and think about it for a second. I think Hopfer. I think the captain Hopfer has been just overall really solid. He performed really good in most games. He had a small injury where he was out for 5 weeks, but otherwise he played most of the season, right? 21 games, 3 off the sub, 7 assists. So he's probably the top assist maker, isn't he? Yep, he's the top assist maker. 1 goal. 7.07. I would give it to him. I doubt they will give it to him. I doubt the fans will give it to him, but I'm gonna give it to him. Let's take a quick peek in the data hub. Well, I take a quick peek. It's probably gonna take 15 minutes, so be prepared. Well, it's not gonna take 10 minutes. XG table. Well, again, it's probably not working too well here. No, it's not. Because of this split and all of that, it doesn't really work too well. So expected points position, so first, but we got second. That's not too good. But yeah, again, it doesn't really, I mean, it's in Portugal, it doesn't, with that split of the Portuguese league system, it doesn't really work. Team attacking, now that's an interesting one. Non-penalty expected goals per 90, 1.72. That's pretty good. Shots per game, 15. Shots on target ratio, on the other hand. Yeah, and that's something we need to do something about. Could you please go away? I don't know why it's sticking to it. So dribbles made is also very high. That's how we like to play. But yeah, definitely the shots on target ratio here is a bit of a concern. We definitely need to do something about that next season. But we need a new formation and probably a new tactic for next season anyway. So it's not that important. Pass completion is a little bit lower than what I would like to see maybe. Fouls against, goals per game. Okay, yeah, fairly good. I like what I see here. Attacking efficiency. Where is the team defense? Is that taken out? Oh, it's over here. Let's take a look at the attacking efficiency first. So it's actually worse. It's actually worse than last season. I think we were a little bit better last season with the... But yeah, okay. I mean, we're definitely aggressive when it comes to shooting. We're just a little bit wasteful. Not clinical, that's for sure. And much of my frustration was with our inside forwards not really taking their chances. But hey, I'm playing wingers as inside forwards, so it's not their mistake, it's my mistake. So that's fair, that's fair. Team defending, yeah, I think we did pretty well in the defensive park. Actually, really well. Probably our strongest thing this season was our defense. Clean sheets 13. That is excellent. That is excellent. Conceded per game 0.88. Expected goals against per 8. So we are absolutely outperforming ourselves here. Expected goals against per game 1.02 compared to the conceded per game. So actually the players did really well in that spectrum. Tackles 1 ratio is actually a little bit lower than I thought it would be. But then again, whatever. What is that? I hate that it sticks to this. What is this? It is the opposition passes per defensive action. So we are definitely not allowed. I mean, a little bit worse this season, I would say, in terms of the pressures. No, actually, last season was really bad. So this was actually improved compared to last season. Possession 1 is still very, very high. And final third passes against per game is, yeah, we don't really allow them to get into our final third. So that's good. That is good. Fouls made per game. Oh yeah, we are making a ton of fouls. Yeah, not too unexpected. Defensive efficiency. We are quiet defense, imprinciple defense. And last season we were actually, where were we last season? We were definitely not down here in the green. So that's for sure. So way better defensively speaking this season. Just way better. And that showed. That did show. That is why we got a second place. Really good. Set piece attacking efficiency. It does say that we have a high expected assist per game and many crosses per game, but we didn't really score on them. So yeah, while this looks good, we probably need a better... I mean, we have one guy, we have a couple of guys that are pretty good in the air, but maybe we need someone that is just slightly better than them to get them in, because we didn't get them in, right? We didn't get them in. Set piece contacts. I mean, 29 is pretty good. That is where we are. That's mainly what we are aiming for. We're mainly going for the front post. So 29% is okay. The problem is we just never scored any of those 29%. I think we had one goal from a set piece corner, right? One goal. So let's see, set piece defensive efficiency. That is okay. Okay, that's actually better than I thought it would be. Low XA against per game, fewer crosses against per game. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. Last season we were like up here or something like that. So yeah, very good to be down here now. We're in the green. Could be better, but it's still way better than it was last season. So we improved a lot on that front because we had better defenders and just better people that could defend in the air. And positioning also way better this season. So yeah, that's pretty good. Set pieces, first contact. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Last season it was the opposite way around. So he was not really that great on the front here, or front post. Way better on the back post this season. But overall, not great actually. This is not really good. It should be in the 70s or even in the 80s. But then again, I mean, we're not looking too bad here. So yeah, there it is. That's the, well, actually also the players here. Scoring forwards, is that all I have in here? I guess it is. So scoring forwards, De Paula, very, very clinical. High scoring, aggressive shooting. Good. Luan is actually in front of Jurgensen. Interesting. Goals per 90 is 0.61. What is Jurgensen? 0.63. Okay. Well, we don't have Luan next season. He's a loan deal, so yeah, we don't have him. But De Paula is... I didn't expect this from the start of the season, but not at all. I think Jurgensen would be absolutely smashing it. But De Paula has been probably the best striker of the two, which is interesting. But yeah, I can't really complain about it. We have two fairly good strikers. One of them is just a little bit better than the other one. Tackling defenders, yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to tell here, but Hopfer is definitely in there. Also, Verlac is in there, and that's what I expected. They are pretty good in tackling, so nothing here that's really... I don't like seeing Rafus down there. Reis is in the fewer tackles, but strong tackles, so that's okay, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. It's nothing really, really great like going up here or something like that, but it's still good enough for me. Aerial defenders, Aranau is up there, but Rafus is actually a little bit better, which I also knew he would be. But Reis is not someone that I was thinking about being incredible in the air, but he is still above average, right? He's definitely above average when it comes to that. And I think right now I'm seeing Fernando Reis as probably the best central defender. And overall, because of the way we are playing and stuff, with the ball playing defender stuff and stuff like that, he's just been very good throughout the season, Reis. But Rafus and Arnau is definitely better in the air. So yeah, there it is. Set piece attacking efficiency. Oh, why is it in here? Oh, okay. So we see who is actually more likely to cross it in. So actually Marquez and Robalo is a lot better than some of the other guys we are using. All right, cool. But anyway, that's the data hub, and yeah, I think we're gonna end the episode and do the end of season review next time, because it's not gonna come before a month, and in that month's time, I could do a lot of the preseason stuff. So the end of the season review will be halfway into our preseason. I don't know why they do that, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, then again, if we were in the playoffs, yeah, then I would have done the playoffs in this episode, so then in that case we would have the preview or the review of the season. But nah, I'm gonna wait for next episode with that. So next episode is gonna be, I think it's gonna be a long one actually, because I have a lot of things to show you guys and a lot of things we probably need to do. Look at that youth recruitment, 5 stars now. It's first class. It's absolutely first class. I want to be in the under 19th league. Please, thank you, game. Could you please invite me? I really want to do that, and there is a reason for it, and I will actually show you next time why that is, or one of the reasons why I really want to do it. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this. This was a fantastic season. Yeah, just great overall. I mean, I don't know what we can expect from the next season in Liga 2. That is going to be a tough one to not get, relegated in. I have a feeling we might we might get relegated. But hopefully we can find a way to not get relegated. But we probably need to do some really big signings if we are not to do that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you around next time.